driver's seat is this. It's the 2008 BMW 528i. The 5 Series was named that way because it was the 5th new generation of BMW. First seen in 1972, there have actually been 5 incarnations of the vehicle since then. Now, it was on Car and Driver's top 10 list for 6 years, and it was also 2006 the best new luxury sedan.
Yes, but it's not just about the accolades, such as the top 10 list from Car and Driver. It's about the car itself. We're going to take a look inside and at BMW's iDrive and their great navigation system, as well as some of the best sports seats in the business. We'll look in the back and in the trunk, but first let's take a peek under the hood.
When you lift the hood of the 2008 BMW 528i, oh my goodness, Dennis, it's an inline-6. What a surprise.
Not really a surprise. BMW's done one thing right for a very long time. It's built 6-cylinder engines. Now, this particular 3-liter puts out about 230 horsepower, and it's made it to a 6-speed manual transmission. What does that mean? It's this. The engine's so smooth, at 2,000 or 6,000 RPMs, you can't tell the difference. You really got to pay attention to the tachometer, or you'll hit the fuel shutoff and the rev limiter before you know it. Now, the thing about BMW, when you get beyond the power plant, it's the transmission, the suspension, and the brakes. Everything works so well together and perfectly balanced. When you're talking about a car that's just as much at home in rush hour traffic on the freeway as it is on a country road, well, it's where BMW owns its marquee, the ultimate driving machine. Well, Chris Bangle and I may not hang out, play golf, or be the best of friends, but as I've said before on the program, the design studio that he heads up is starting to grow on me. This car in this particular color looks better than any other BMW 5 Series I've seen since the redesign and the new look. So for me, it is definitely an extension of where the car is going. Now, big fender wells, short overhangs make the car look aggressive. The twin kidney grills are there, and the beautiful double halo lights in the front end that you really only get to play with when it's dusk or dawn are always there to make you look good. Beyond that, the car is really more an exercise in design from the inside out, and I think it shows.
I was sold on the Chris Bangle designs a long time before Dennis, and I have to say, this is exactly what I love about a vehicle. The shape of this, the stance on the road, the size, the 5 Series is almost the perfect vehicle. I want you to take a look down the side of this vehicle and see how perfectly shaped it is. The twin exhausts in the back, I'll tell you, it's going to be really hard for me not to go out and buy a 5 Series.
Moving to the interior of BMW's 528i, BMW has been able to blend their performance, what we just talked about, the engine and transmission, with interior occupant space and creature comforts. Now, whether it's the grandparents, business partners, or your 2-year-old doing art and playing with Elmo back here, you have to know that your passengers are wrapped in safety and comfort. I am 6'2", and I can stretch my legs out in the back of this BMW. There's size, there's room, and there's safety. It's not just about the back seat. The interior space where the driver sits is just as important.
And I'll tell you a few things about this car that you already know. BMW was an aeronautics company, so if they couldn't get the cockpit of a 5 Series car right, I think they would be in trouble. This car is laid out very well for either the jet fighter or the Sunday driver. It also has the iDrive, which is probably the most useful invention to get around a car's adaptability and then some of its technology on the inside. And also, they come in nice new colors. BMW have advanced their color. You can see this new green color on the outside and the new light charcoal color on the inside. I think they're experimenting not only with the technology, but also with style. So we've looked all around the 2008 BMW 528i, and Dennis, of course, 2 ups and 1 down for this vehicle.
First one's easy, Nick. Power and comfort blended into one vehicle. BMW really does know how to thread the needle on that very hard combination to find. The other is the power of the 6-cylinder, not so much the gross amount of it, but the way that it does it so smooth. Like I mentioned, you really have to pay attention to the tachometer if you have a car like our test model equipped with the 6-speed manual, or all of a sudden you're going 7,000 RPMs and don't even know it. Now that brings me to my bad. Though I just said how great it was, it's still down on power in its class. I just got out of the Cadillac's new CTS, and it has almost 75 more horsepower. Yes, this car is a blast to drive. Yes, it's smooth on the freeway. Yes, it's a blast in the twisty roads outside of town. But it needs more power.
Let me tell you about my 2 ups and 1 down. There are 5 kinds of drivers in the world. You're either a 3 Series, a 5 Series, a 7 Series, an X3 or an X5. That are the only 5 kind of drivers there are in the world. Well, this is almost a perfect vehicle as far as I'm concerned on the outside. It's well styled, it's the right size for what I would need out of this vehicle. I think they've hit the mark as far as I, the buyer, want in this vehicle. Now, my other up for this vehicle is the BMW driving experience. There really isn't anything else like it. Whether it's how the seat feels against you, whether it's how the car handles in corners, whether it's how it accelerates on the freeway, BMWs are so significant, and it's really hard to find another vehicle that's very similar to it. My down for this vehicle is, well, let's put it this way. You're a hairstylist and you've come up with a very new and original haircut, and you can charge what you want for it. That's kind of how BMW are, especially with their 5 Series. The trouble is, there's a lot of new hairstylists out there that are coming up with very good haircuts that are very similar to yours. I think they charge too much money for a car which has a lot of new competition in the marketplace.
The 2008 BMW 528i sedan comes standard with a 3-liter dual overhead cam 24-valve 6-cylinder and a 6-speed manual transmission. The base price is $44,300 with an as-tested price of $55,525. The city miles per gallon EPA rating is 17, while the highway mile per gallon EPA rating is 27.
Here are the guys that make miles around possible. The Russ Auto Group, Baxter Auto Parts, Northside Ford, Ray Reese Dealerships, 4-Wheel Parts Performance Center, Grand Prix Imports, and J. Lee's Auto Group. Thanks, guys.